Hey, y'all. I ain't staying long. I'm coming for a good time, not a long time. Y'all know I don't do lives on Facebook like that. And of course, I'm 10 minutes late. It's probably why y'all watch my lives, because I be late. It's okay. It be good anyway. And y'all can watch the playbacks. So, I mean, I be saving this one. Oh, excuse my cap, y'all. See what had happened was I took 2 showers and keep forgetting that I didn't put a whole mask. I took a shower yesterday when I put the mask in. I took a whole nother shower today and forgot I had this mask in my head. So y'all excuse me when I get off of this live, because I literally got on the live and was like, oh, I didn't rinse my hair out. So as soon as I get off this live, I'm rinsing my hair out. And you know it's gonna be that long now, so it ain't gonna take me that long. So it's the people coming in the room, okay? Hey, yes, wave. Don't come in my house and don't speak. Period. But how are we protecting our peace? Sorry, I need a snack. How are we protecting our peace right now during this time, guys? How are we protecting our peace during this time of during this time? One, we are in the middle of our week, right? So how are we protecting our peace on a Wednesday? After we've been through all this mess, after we've been through Monday and Tuesday, now here we are Wednesday, after we've been through our own personal mess, after we've dealt with all the stuff that we had to deal with at work or lack thereof, after we've dealt with our own problems with our family, friends, whatever. Now here we are. And I have to still research. I don't know what's going on. I've been in a bubble. But that's also how I protect my peace too. Because I've been in a bubble. But how do we protect ourselves and our peace during the time of people saying that they didn't know the difference between a taser and a gun? How do we find our peace during the times of we thinking we really doing something and we've been really thinking that this the Black Lives Matter movement is something different than what we're trying to achieve. But just thinking that made noise enough. Just like, where are we now thinking that we actually had made enough noise to get enough notice, to get enough respect, just for them to turn back around during the same time last year and do the same thing to another young Black youth? Like, how are we dealing with ourselves in that moment? Are we reliving the times where we got pulled over? Our family members got pulled over? Are we reliving the times where we reliving all the trauma that we've been through with the police? Are we reliving all the trauma that we've been through even just as a child, period? Are we reliving trauma right now? Are we traumatizing ourselves with information right now? I'm not saying don't be a part of the movement. I'm not saying don't think about it. I'm saying your peace comes first. Our children are going out of here at a crazy, enormous rate. And it's our children. And our Black men are leaving at a crazy, enormous rate. That's true. But you're still here. We are still here. So how are we protecting our peace? And how are we protecting our minds and our mentals when we are being fed yet another life, yet more lives are being taken, yet more lives are being acted like they don't matter? We just lost DMX, and that I apologize, and that was a real loss for a lot of us. I felt that one, and I'm a big person with, you don't know these people, and you can't be sad about who died, and you can't be sad about all this stuff, and you ain't never met these people. I'm a big person on that. But let me tell you, hey, Shanara, let me tell you how DMX really touched me when he passed, okay? But I also had to rearrange that. And instead of being sad and hurt, he was someone who I was so invested in that I could be hurt that he was gone. But he was so far removed from me that I could transmute my energy way quicker about how I felt about losing DMX. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes, I was very sad in my childhood. I felt like a part of my childhood was gone. I felt like, that was my gangsteroni. That's what made me hard when I had to be hard, when everybody was fucking with me when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like, so that part of me felt like it was gone. But why would I be sad about it instead of paying homage to DMX? Thank you for bringing that type of energy. You were so misunderstood, and now you are at peace, and I appreciate that. Period. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much stuff happening week to week to week that we cannot continue to attach onto this information that comes to us. Yes, be aware. Yes, be knowledgeable. Yes, I am upset. Don't get me wrong. They not gonna keep killing our babies. They not gonna keep killing our men. They not gonna keep killing our women. Yes, it is crazy. But also, I have to get through my day to day. Marissa has to come first. So in the midst of all of this, in the midst of all the craziness and the drama, when do I stop and say, wait, okay, that's crazy. But when do I stop and meditate or pray for the families or pray for the people? And then I got to keep going. I got to keep going. Because, baby, when I tell you this time last year, I was so scared. It's a pandemic. I don't know what's going on. They trying to take our babies. I don't want my nieces and nephews outside. I don't want nobody to have nobody babies outside. I'm scared. I'm ready to put the armor on if I got to fight for my babies. My sister and my brother had them kids, but those are my children, and I will fight for them tooth and nail if I have to. This is what I'm thinking in my mind. But instead of, I already know that. These are things that I already know don't need to be spoken. They know it. I know it. We all know. If something go, anybody who know me, who know how I'm coming for my nieces and nephews, y'all know how I move for them. I ain't got to say that. I ain't got to think that. I ain't got to go with that. That's already known. I don't need to perpetuate that idea. So it can then come to me. I can then be calm and know that my family is safe. I ain't got to get nuck if I buck for nothing. My ancestors are watching over me. They are keeping me protected. And I always tell people, hey, girl, I always tell people, as long as I'm in my house, I'm protected, because I know I've protected my house. My ancestors got my house so surrounded that I will always be protected. You know what I mean? So that's fine. I know that I'm protected, but I'm going to continue to work on being protected. I'm not going to continue to sit and harbor into the feelings of fear. The feelings of being scared. I can't go outside. I'm too scared to go drive. I'm too scared to go. No, I'm not scared to do nothing. Excuse me. I'm not scared to have my nieces and nephews do nothing. I'm not scared to have my little cousins that are like my nephews and my niece. I'm not scared to have them do nothing. They're going to be prepared. They're going to know they lost. They're going to have everything on them they're supposed to, and they're going to go out in this world and they are covered, period. We always have to remind ourselves during this time that we are covered. And I understand that it's, certain stuff happens during the year. Like, we get to more down the line and, you kind of been working on stuff, but then, you kind of feel covered. You feel your protection. So then you forget. No. And then something happens crazy. And then we all over the place all over again. No. In this moment, instead of being all over the place all over again, we're going to remind ourselves again. We are protected and we know who God is. So if we know who God is, right? We know we are protected by God and his angels. If nothing else, y'all don't have to believe in ancestral work. You don't have to believe in anything else. But I know you know God. Elijah, Jehovah, Buddha, whatever y'all want to call God. Call him whatever you want to call him. Hey, Michelle, girl. Call him whatever you call God, whatever you want to call God. But y'all know God, and y'all know God's going to protect his children, period. Everybody who want to talk stuff about slavery, at the end of the day, y'all don't want to talk about this, but slaves knew they were slaves. They didn't know they couldn't. They had the choice to not be. That wasn't God's fault. Okay. Keep going. So yeah, y'all know God. Y'all know God's protecting you and your family. So we don't need to be out here in these streets scared. Because first of all, that's what the powers that may be, not our powers, not saying they're powerful than us, but the people who want us to believe that, they want us to be scared. Because imagine if y'all haven't paid attention, every time us as a whole community starts to get together, starts to really find connections and ways to get better, and we start thinking that we're going to be on the up and up, and we start as a whole really coming together, and you feel this shift of togetherness and all that, don't something crazy like this start happening? Don't something that perpetuates fear, that makes us angry, that make us go against each other for some crazy reason, don't that happen? We've been sitting here for a whole end of the year and beginning this year. Baby, been happening. We've been buying good black. Whether you thought they had bad experience, customer service or not, we've been buying black. Because I've been holding this whole time. We've been buying good black. Baby, the way this industry is going, black women are becoming so strong and so independent. Shit, half of us are the business owners now. Like, black women literally got them checks, them 20Ks, them 10Ks, and literally went out there and bought real businesses. We as women are supporting each other's businesses. We as black people are literally trying to come together and build another Wall Street. I am very down for us having our own sports, because I don't feel that we should bounce up. If you think me bouncing a ball is a problem in a play lot, then you don't get to enjoy me bouncing a ball on a goddamn look in a court that you pay for. That don't work. You allow your police officers to shoot one of our own while they sitting at a play lot, while they sitting at the park across the street from their house, but you'll sit there and you'll pay somebody else, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, you'll pay all of them to play basketball and entertain you. No, that's not how this works. We need to pay our own people and entertain ourselves. So I'm all for us getting our own entertainment, us getting our own, because there's certain stuff that we have jokes that we have to, like, no offense to some of my friends always ask me what slang is. And I explain it to them, but I don't sit there and tell them, girl, that's something that black people say. Like, she trying to figure out why she keep hearing it, because probably out of all of her black friends' mouths. Like, probably out of all of her Latino or urban friends' mouths. Like, we need our own shit. No, nothing against anybody else, but tough. So, if we are getting to the point where we realize we need our own shit, we're all for it. We're coming together. Oh my God, Kev on Stage literally started his own black network whole time in an app. Like, and his goal is to continue to actually get a real black network on TV and in syndication. Like, we have more black artists ever starting from social media. Like, we doing something. And then now what? They back in the streets taking our babies again. They back in the streets taking our men again. Why? Why, y'all? So what you want to do? You want to sit there and be scared, or you want to figure out how to get from under this imaginary thumb? Y'all want to be braver? Because they feeding off our fear. And they feed off our fear and our fear tactics. Because once we get into the fear mode, then we get into the chicken with our head cut off mode, where now we run around trying to find solutions because we're scared and we're fearful and we are. No, we have really gotten ourselves to the point where we weren't walking around with fear. We were walking around with knowledge. Okay, I'm not scared of the police. Okay, I'm not scared of the police, but I'm not scared of the police. But, I'm sorry, somebody sent me a message. The question threw me off. I'm not scared of the police, but I know that I'm not about to let them get me. Like, if I see the police coming, I'm not going to act scared. I'm going to know that I have rights and I'm going to talk to them with my head held high and they're not going to talk down to me and all that. Yeah, we had literally got there. Now we're back to fear mongering and getting people scared of the police again. Now we got to fight against the police again. Now all the police, all of our family members and everybody who had kumbaya moments and was loving on their police officer, family, and friends, I'm sure those relationships are going back up in flames again. Like, this is fear mongering. They want us to be afraid. We are no longer afraid of white people, period. 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 We no longer, I hope we are not any longer blaming the white man who's holding us down under his thumb. We're not doing that. We're just going around the other way. Have y'all really, if y'all don't know who Kev on Stage is, please go follow him. This man literally is trying to start his own network. This man literally has started an app to where if you are a black artist and you know how to do everything that you could do, he has literally created an app to where you can go on and create content for yourself. He has gone on there where black artists do have black content and you can pay to watch their content. This man has started his own network. You hear what I'm saying? Like, we are moving into a whole, like, we are powerful, we don't need y'all movement. So don't step back into where they feel comfortable at. We have been uncomfortable since we got here. Okay? I won't say we. I'm big on not picking up my ancestors' work and putting it on my back, because they did that, not me. But I'm not talking about Damon Dash. Did he do something new? If he did, tell me what he did. I'm definitely talking about the babies being killed right now. I told y'all I'm in a bubble. So anything that has happened, I'm literally like just now finding out all of the information. So if Damon Dash is up to, child, tell me what he did. But yeah, I'm talking about the police and white supremacy. All I'm saying is this. We as a black community are, I thought you was talking about him starting his own network, but that was a while ago. Yeah, Damon Dash been trying to start his own network. They've been trying to slow him up too. No, Kev on Stage. If you watch I'm gonna call him a young man. He in his 40s. If you watch the young man that does like a lot of the church jokes, or he don't do church jokes as much anymore, but like he does the side by sides of people doing like real stupid stuff, and he makes jokes about it. But you know, he real funny. He ain't like demeaning or whatever. Bald head. He has a app that started his own network. Like, right. You know who he is, right? So he started his own app. It's the Kev on Stage app. I got it already. COV, I think. KO. Y'all gonna have to look it up. Hey, cousin. But yeah, don't let me lie. But I know it's like KOV app, I think. Or KOVA. It's something like that, y'all. But I got the app. I downloaded it. I haven't paid for anything yet because I got a lot of subscriptions that I got to get rid of first. But I'm definitely going to get on there. I downloaded it for sure, though, period, because I was going to support the man anyway. But I downloaded it to see what it was about. Oh, my God. Everybody needs this app if they're trying to be in this field, especially if you're on production side. You literally can send this man your content, and he will literally roll your shit like, I'm just saying. How many people are sending their content to CBS and they just putting it on? I'm just saying. So, I was saying all that to say that us as a black community are coming together a little bit more. No matter how much it feel like we arguing, we pressing against each other, we are still coming together a little bit more. Damon Dash has his own app also. All the black content for us. Damon Dash do have his own app. You right. Content for us. And interviews, all type of stuff is Dash Studios, just FYI. You're right. he does has his own app. I went and looked for it, and at the time that I went to go look for it, I couldn't download it on my phone. But I'm gonna download his as well. But that's even furthermore to prove we out here doing some work. You know what I mean? Like, we got people like Damon Dash that's starting his own app and starting his own network for Black people. And then we have people that is just well known on social media that's starting their own app that's putting out content for Black people. We are literally growing underneath. We're growing from underneath whatever thumb was holding us down decades ago, years ago, our ancestors ago, our elders ago. You know what I mean? It's certain stuff that our elders who are standing with us now were not allowed to do that we're allowed to do now. Freely. No problem. Ain't nobody talking shit. Nothing. You know what I mean? It's a different understanding. And because it's a different understanding, the more empowered we are and the more we stand together, the more you're going to start seeing stuff in the news that will fearmonger us back into the old thoughts and the old ways of where we were. So in this time, yes, be upset, be aware, actually. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware of what's happening. Don't sit there and dig your head in the sand. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to also be aware of your own emotions and your own feelings. Some people are lashing out at work right now because it's actually an overwhelming feeling to be going through they regular life, home life stuff. To be a parent 24 hours. To be at a full-time job with customer service during the pandemic. And now they killing babies again. That's a lot. That's a lot mentally. That's a lot. And you going off because you know you don't know that person. So you tangibly don't think that you're really putting that much energy into this situation until you're literally overwhelmed and you don't know where. You can't pinpoint where this feeling came from. It's from you delving into this fear. If it really is a whole cult out here or upward powers that are out here and they're feeding off of energy, don't you think they're feeding off of our fear? Yep, I'm just learning about the shooting also, but I already know the agenda. Exactly, because it's a whole agenda, y'all. It's fear-mongering. That's all it is. They want us to be afraid. We're still in a pandemic. The more people that they could put in the house to sit in the house and be afraid in the house, the more stagnation they can create. Because yes, we could work from home. I work from home. Yes, we could work virtually. I mean, I like to say that me being online is me working virtually. Hello. So we could do all of that and still make revenue. The plan is backfiring. So if we can all stay at home and still build the revenue that they thought we were not going to build, because let me tell you how, I mean, it's not their fault. It's not nobody else's fault. It's mine. It's my negligence. But sis ain't still filing these taxes. Still got to get all this stuff. Still looking for paperwork from my taxes. So let me tell you how these little stimulus checks that they sending ain't did nothing for me. I've been out here grinding. I've been out here working in a pandemic. I just want to put that out there. So, the poverty or the impoverished mindset that they're trying to create is working. Y'all scared. Y'all taking these. Y'all think they really letting us get off on scams on a whole countrywide? Y'all really think y'all that slick? Every state is getting off. Not just Chicago. Every state is getting these 20K. Y'all think they not doing that for a real reason? And instead, and they not even scared to give us this money. Do y'all realize they giving us $20,000 at a time? I know somebody who got the 10K, the 20K, and a 30K. I don't even know where the 30K came from. They might be lying about it, but I don't know. But I know people who are literally getting scam after scam after scam after scam, and it's one person getting it for themselves. You think they letting that person get that money and they don't know they getting that money? Y'all crazy. Baby, let me tell you something. Why you think I ain't scared? I ain't scared because they got an agenda anyway. And low-key, they can't, you gonna put the whole world in jail? Y'all doing this for a reason. They not scared to give us this money because they know a impoverished mindset. You could give a person who has a impoverished mindset $1 million, they'll be broke in a month. 10,000 when you live in a real life, especially in a city like Chicago, ain't shit. Especially if you was in the middle of the pandemic, you didn't get your unemployment like me. Like, you actually got a real business. You're really trying to, basically, it's drowning at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, I need y'all to understand. It's so many people who has got this money, who has put Nordstrom back on the map. Nordstrom ain't never not been on the map. But Nordstrom was doing pretty bad financially. Y'all are literally helping those numbers. Like, that is. It's some people out here who done bought property that they don't know how gonna keep going. Bought property that ain't gonna make money back for them. Y'all done been out here buying all kind of weird shit. Because they know that. They know that's what y'all gonna do. And you know what's the icing on the cake? Now let's scare y'all to death. Now let's scare y'all back into y'all house. Now let's keep fear mongering on y'all. Let's keep y'all scared. Or whether you get the money or not, you saving, you stacking, you praying. You know what you got to do. You know you a child of God. Yeah, they trying to scare you. Oh, well, I'm praying for these families. Y'all ain't going to keep taking our babies. I'm praying for this word. I'm praying for my community. I'm praying. I'm knowing. I'm seeing. I'm manifesting. Because what they won't do is get me. They not going to get my mind. They not going to get my babies. They not going to get nothing. Period. Protect your babies before they leave. Protect your babies before you leave. Y'all think these words don't work? Y'all tired of praying, huh? Because y'all must not pray right. Y'all must not be praying to God. I don't know who y'all praying to. Because if you tired of praying, that means your prayers ain't coming out right. Because my prayers always come to fruition. Period. If I ask my family, if I ask my ancestors for protection, I'm protected. Period. Period. If y'all not believing that for yourselves, that's why y'all out here scared, crying. People it's always traumatizing to find out that you could die because of the color of your skin. That is a very traumatizing fact. When I was a child and I understood what racism was, that's why I can't watch movies like Roots. I couldn't watch that movie, was it Roseland? And then I was living in Roseland? Oh no. Like, that's a traumatizing fact to know that people don't like you. They don't get to know you. A person will not get to know you. They will not get to understand you. They won't even talk to you. They will literally come up to you and kill you or attack you, assault you, literally because of what you look like. And because we have generations that have stood through actually standing in that, just the understanding of it traumatizing us is confusing. Well, I ain't never had a dog sick on me, ma'am. I've never had a fire hose on me. So my trauma is going to be probably not as big as your trauma. My trauma probably won't hurt as bad as your trauma, but it's still trauma. That is a very traumatizing fact to understand that. And it's a very traumatizing fact to be a man, to be a young man, and to have to go outside and you know that the world is either looking at you like you dumb, something wrong with you, you a threat, or something. That's traumatizing. On top of being a teenager. On top of trying to be the best child you can be. On top of trying to make your parents proud, trying to be the best student you can be. Now, not only do you have to, and that's important, that's big shit. Not only on top of that, you got to look over your shoulder because now the boys want to fuck with you because you look like a nerd. Now some other boys who want to mess with you because you look like you're not from this side of town. And you always looked at period because you're black first. Do you know how traumatizing that is, actually? To know that you are not a woman, you're not a man, you're not Marissa, I'm a black woman first. I'm black first. I was just talking about this with somebody. I said it's a different time for women when you realize that you're not a woman first. You're black first. Because there was a time where you could, just as a woman, feel slightly more protected because, okay, they might bother me, but I ain't got to worry too much. You know, I'm still a woman. They were still raised. Some of these men still are gentlemen. Some of these men were still raised to revere women. Okay. Now we in you black first. Or with our own men, shit, we women first. Now, y'all don't want to talk about that. Now, they come on here for that. But I just want y'all to think about that and realize in our own community, we women first. We not black first. I'd rather in my own community be seen black first. I wish y'all would. Because y'all respect black. You'll respect a fellow brother. You'll respect a fellow black person. But you definitely would get down on a woman. But again, that ain't what we here for today. We can talk about that another time. Yeah, so what I need y'all to do is get in them rooms. Get in them living rooms, get in your bedroom, get in your front room, and pray and meditate. That's what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to pray prayers of protection over yourself and your family and your households and your family households. You think just because I pray over mine and I got to take care of my house, I ain't praying over my sister's house? Yes, I'm praying over my sister's house. Yes, I'm making sure my ancestors don't forget about my sister. You know, she was made first. Now don't forget about her. Don't count her. Don't count her in. You think I'm not sitting here sending protection to my mama just because she in a whole nother state? I don't get no help. That's my mama. Think my cousins? I don't care to my cousins. I'm sending prayer protection to everybody. You think my friends don't get prayers of protection over them, over their households? Baby, let me tell you how sometimes my meditations, my prayers is literally just sending it out to everybody. Sometimes I can end up being in prayer and meditation for almost 2 hours because I done spent a good portion on sending good energies out, on sending positive energy out, on trying to help block all negativity from my friends and my family and people I don't know, people out here, period. Because the more our city and our world is healed, the more we are healed, the more we can walk in healing, period. And walk around healing. Y'all didn't think about that, huh? Let me tell you how I'd rather pray for an enemy than to sit there and keep perpetuating bullshit with them. You know why? Because then I can walk around in peace everywhere I go. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I don't have to, oh, here she comes. I don't have to prepare myself for an argument. I don't have to prepare myself for an altercation. I don't have to do shit. You know why? Because I can pray for you and send you about your way. It's that simple. That's how you protect your peace. That's how you protect your peace. Because proving something to somebody else will always aggravate you. You ain't got shit to prove to nobody but you. God already know it. So who you proving it to? Okay? So, you don't even, matter of fact, and I'm glad that came out because I didn't think that was a download. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to prove to nobody that you in the know. You don't have to prove to nobody that you black power. You don't have to prove to nobody take time away from social media. Yes. Oh my God, y'all. Woo! It's hard because I use social media to promote and I use social media to work. But I have to take social media breaks because last year when I was literally going through that last bit of depression, that last bout that was trying to hold on to me and literally keep on to me, the envy and the jealousy that oozed out of me when I would look at people. And that's not, I ain't got to be jealous about, baby, let me tell you, what God got for me is going to be the best. So I ain't got to be jealous and envious or nothing. When George Floyd happened, baby, the fear in me. And I already had got to that point where we weren't going to be scared and we going to put protection over our babies when they took Trayvon out. But it was something about how they took George Floyd and the pandemic and how that came together, the fear that ensued inside of me. You understand me? I had to take a break off of social media because then I also got into the place where, well, what am I supposed to do? How can I help us, Lord? Well, give me something to do. Put an axe in my hand. Give me a ratchet. Give me a gun. I want to go out there. Like, I literally got antsy. I didn't know what to do. I'm driving myself crazy because what the hell am I going to do? go and avenge George Floyd. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you truly have to be practical. It is nothing wrong with seeing injustice and being upset about said injustice. There's never anything wrong about that. You'll never be wrong. You need to compartmentalize it. Yes, I'm upset about this. Yes, I don't want my babies to be, but my babies are safe. Yes, that's some bullshit. But how can I get up and get through my day today? Because no matter what's going on outside, until they shut down all jobs, our lives do not stop. Period. And we have to figure out, just like our ancestors and our elders had to, how to deal with our own life and social justice at the same time. Right. What's for you is for you. It's nothing wrong following social justice and social injustice. It's nothing wrong with that. No one's ever telling you not to. But you have to find the balance in keeping your sanity and being up on social justice. If you don't know, like me, if you don't know what's going on and you come in on tail end and everything and you end up having to grab and go on to research, then you go on to research. But maybe the first day everything comes out, it's not for you to figure it out. I know me. When I see they kill somebody, I'm enraged instantly. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I want to go kill somebody. I'm about to go tell every police officer I know, y'all got us fucked up. I know me. So, baby, that wasn't nothing but God. God blocked me from finding all that out. I didn't know about nothing. I found out about looting and all that stuff when I was on my way downtown to go hang out with somebody. And then I literally went and hung out for like 2-3 more days with other people. Like, I had a whole weekend. I'm just now finding out what's going on. I'm not saying I'm doing better than most. I'm saying that my peace and my sanity is intact. But I also know what's going on. Because it saddens me. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. Like, y'all don't understand what taking a life does to me. What? I'm sorry. It just, whew. It's not right. It's not right. It's not fair. You don't take lives. You don't take life. No one life is worth that. Everyone always want to say, well, if he didn't do this, or if Sandra Bland was quiet, or blah, 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 she didn't agitate it. Her life was not worth her agitating them. Her life was not worth their ego. Our young boys' lives are not worth them proving a point and telling us how to be right in these streets. If that man wasn't selling loose cigarettes and all that stuff, yeah, they wouldn't have attacked him. They had no right to take his life. Period. No matter what wrong he did prior to that. Fighting them, whatever. His life was worth more than whatever they had to prove. His life was worth that funky ass little law that he could have got some time for. Because who is he hurting selling goddamn loose cigarettes and fucking DVDs? Who's he hurting? Who is he killing that he was breaking a regular ass law that everybody break? The young boy who had the BB gun. Yeah, he was playing around. They didn't know what was going on. But why would you kill him? Lives are more important than all of this. Y'all see how I'm getting? I understand it. I see it. But what I won't do is stay in this. Because I got my own shit going on. I can't stay in this. I can't cry for the little boys who get taken out of here every day, all day. I want to. But I can't stay in that space. Because who crying for them? But I can't stay in that space. You see what I'm saying? I still haven't seen that movie the way they see us. Because nobody's life is worth your ego. Because that's all it is. And I don't give a fuck if it's a police officer. I don't give a fuck if we was already taught that. I don't care if they're above the whatever. It's ego at the end of the day. And I'm tired of egos. I'm tired of ego taking lives. I'm tired of ego superseding the next person. I'm tired of ego trying to nitpick at people. I'm tired of ego not being able to get to people because they want to get to them and they can't, so they fuck with you. I'm tired of ego. Because that's all this is. It's ego. So then y'all gonna sit there and let somebody perpetuate fear-mongering with their ego onto yours. I don't have time for that. That's how I keep my peace, because I feel that if I'm supposed to know important social issues, it will get to me, and it always do. Period. I don't watch the news. Now, I don't like that I get my news on social media because, but then again, news from regular news ain't always accurate either. Let's just be honest. So, but I do, I don't know what's going on and I see it on social media, then I go look for it. But yeah, I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news for years, actually. I do not watch the news on purpose. Maybe for the weather. That's about it. Because it's fear-mongering. It's so much good shit that goes on in Chicago. And they give us only during daytime TV the really cute, nice stuff, and all this is nice. And maybe one little expose at 7 p.m. about a puppy kennel. But we don't get to see the young men that are running for office in our city. We don't get to see the head of our social justice in our city. Do y'all know who's stumping in these streets for us right now? Unless you follow them on social media, you see them on social media, you see pictures of them, do y'all actually know who is out here in Chicago speaking for our babies, speaking for our black children, speaking for our black women, speaking for who is walking for us? Do y'all know? They not on the news. The ones I know about is purely from social media. I ain't never seen them on the news. Now, if they've been on the news, now again, I don't be on the news. You're right. I don't look at the news. But if they were on the news, I feel like they would have posted it. You know what I mean? So I don't do the news. The news ain't for me. You know what I mean? And that is a practice of mine that I utilize to keep my peace. Because it's a practice, y'all. Ain't nobody saying you weak. You don't need to dig your head in the sand. We just need to remember that there are practices for us to utilize to remind ourselves that we are already safe. Because I definitely woke up feeling a different kind of way today. I was kind of my nephew is safe, period. Whether he over in that house or whether he on his way to mine, he's safe. All my cousins' boys are safe. My male cousins are safe. All of us females, we're safe. I'm not going to keep doing this. Especially with us women. Because, honey, that fear, we must be really getting on top. Because they want to perpetuate us to be fearful to the end of time. I'm protected. I'm over feeling. Women aren't protected. I would say that. Women aren't protected as they should be. Because it's a lot of things that we thought was okay and we were raised to think was okay that actually isn't okay. Jokes that are not okay jokes. Behaviors that are not okay. Men touch us in ways that actually has never been okay. And most women don't actually like it. And we were kind of, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's okay. But I'm not about to sit here and keep saying y'all. No, I ain't scared of y'all either. Period. Just like I ain't scared of no police officer. I ain't scared of no white person. If you got breath in your lungs, and I don't even care if you're a magical being. I don't care if you're not from here. I don't care. I'm protected. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. And that's just how we gonna do that. And that's how we gonna end that. So y'all just keep, if you don't know any protection spells or prayers, a very easy one. I know my God. I know I'm always protected. And you can keep it going. Thank you, God, for keeping my children protected as they go on their ways, as they go about their day. Thank you, God, that I have protection and I have a flock of angels around me that will walk with me throughout my day and back to my home. And they will have a hedge, a fence, force field of protection around my home and my family. Very simple protection. If whatever come out your mouth, whatever come to your mind, and the word protection, guess what? You protected. Those who don't pray in cute, sweet ways, God still hears you. Don't your prayers come to fruition? You need to start praying prayers of protection. Y'all know me. I talk to God however I feel like it in that moment. And I'm still blessed. So, prayers of protection. Meditation. If you are one of those people who feel like you can't do nothing and the world is going to crash and burn and you feel like you need to be able to do something, you can't do nothing. Sit in your house, be still, meditate, and pray. Pray over these babies, pray over our Black community, pray over the women, pray over business owners, pray over everybody, and send good energy out. Literally, as you meditate, focus on protection and good energy and positive energy. Is it? It sounds silly. It sounds crazy. Light your candles. Y'all know how I am about a candle, okay? I love a good candle. Light your candles for protection. Light your white candles. Build your altars for your ancestors. And keep it moving. When you pray with your ancestors, when you pray with God, when you pray with anybody, drop that fear where you leave it. Don't drop it in your house. I don't care if you was praying there, the fear gotta go. If you gotta write, I am no longer fearful, put it in a bowl and set it on fire. Put it in a bowl and set it on fire. But we getting rid of this fear today. Today. You can't live in fear, y'all. Fear, happiness, protection, feeling safe is two different things. And two opposites cannot occupy one spot. See how my hands can't go into one hand? Because that's yes and no. So either you protected or you fearful. Either God got you or you're going to be got in the streets. You see, you gotta think about it two different ways, y'all. You know what I mean? Either God is going to bless you out of whatever you got going on and you're going to be protected in these streets. Or your life going to get bad and it's going to go down and then you're going to get attacked. Like, two things, these are two different hands, y'all, and they can't go into one hand. So you got to choose which side you're going to be on. Either you're going to be protected or you're going to be scared. Your kids and your babies are protected or all y'all going to be scared. Teach your children that they're protected. They scared too. They don't get it. Do you know how long it took me to really understand that people didn't like me because of my skin? Then it took me even longer to understand that my own people didn't like me because I was light-skinned. And y'all think we just supposed to be out here saying. Y'all think we ain't supposed to have no little ticks or something. White people don't like me because I'm Black and I was raised Black and I can't help that. My own people, my own family, my own people I rock with, friends that I choose, got something against me because our skin tone don't look the same. Work with your babies. Talk to your children. They seem fine. That's fine. Ask them, are they fine? Talk to them and ask them how they feel in this moment. So then you can tell them, baby, you protected. Don't you worry about it. The same thing I'm saying to you, you can say to them. That's all I got for y'all. Okay. I was trying to go an hour, but I'm starting to think y'all probably don't want to hear me talk for an hour. So I'm out. I hope y'all have an amazing day. I hope y'all drop that fear where you picked it up at. Not in your house. I hope y'all stay protected. I hope y'all put prayers of protection over y'all house. Y'all family members who live in y'all house and live outside. I hope y'all walk with the strength and the power to know that we are protected as God's children and He has chosen us and we are all good. Okay. And I hope you understand, to whom much is given, much is expected. So God chose us. We're amazing. So now, just like a famous person, we got targets on our back because of how amazing we are. Once you realize it like that, once you realize that people don't like you purely because you're just so awesome and you didn't even try, you can now know that, nah, that's silly to even fear a person who has low self-esteem, and who self-esteem is this small and their ego is this big. Can't be afraid of that. Your ego this big, but your self-esteem is this small. You can't be fearful of these type of people. Prayer protection. Because jealousy and envy makes people do a lot of things, crazy things. As a whole, too. Prayer protection. God got y'all and I do too. Okay? Just like God loves you. And what? I do too. So now what I'm going to tell y'all. Because in the words of my granddaddy, the late and the great Whitfield Lewis, okay? I love you. And I hope the Lord bless you real good. Now y'all gonna have you a great day. Amazing day, amazing night. And I hope the rest of your week is beyond fantabulous. Bye, y'all.